All right, so today we're doing surface area of prisms and cylinders. So you can find the area of a prism and it's similar with different formulas, or you can do stuff with nets. So we'll do both today. So first of all, what is a prism? So a prism is a polyhedron, which is a 3D shape with two congruent and parallel bases, and then the other faces are called lateral faces. So you have the top and the bottom exactly the same. So if I draw on this example here, you have a rectangle on top, a rectangle on the bottom. They're the same rectangle and they're parallel, so they're never going to touch. They're not like tilted and going to intersect like that. They're top and bottom, just straight. And then all the other faces are called lateral faces because they're vertical, they're up and down. So this would be like a lateral face right here. So here's just a bunch of examples of them. You can see this would be a pentagonal prism. They're named based on what the bottom of the shape is. So here you have a pentagon as your base and your top and bottom. So it's a pentagonal prism. Your lateral edges are here. They're always going to be like rectangles for prisms. Here is a triangular prism because you have a triangular base or bottom. Lateral sides, again, are your rectangles connecting everything. You can have oblique prisms, so that just basically means you take your regular shape and you tilt it. So you have it normally your parallel sides and you're just tilting it a little bit. So you still have parallel bases, but the sides are slanted. Your right prisms then have a nice right angle in them. So this first example is finding the area of a prism using the nets. I'll give you formulas in a second, but you want to draw out your net first. So we have our 4 by 3 here. Then you can add on the sides. Each side then has a height of 5. So this is going to be 3 by 5, 4 by 5, 4 by 5, and for all the sides, and then to add one more top, which would be 3 by 4. And then to find the surface area, you can just find the area of each of these chunks. So these are all rectangles, so your area is base times height. So you have 4 times 5 here, 4 times 5 on the top. These sides are 3 times 5. And your bottoms are 4 times 3. So you just want to add those all together. So we have 2 of these ones. So 2 20s, 2 15s, and 2 12s. So if you add that all together, that will give you your total surface area, which is going to be 94. So your surface area is 94 centimeters squared. So that's one way to figure out surface area. The other way then is to use a formula. So the surface area of a prism comes from taking the lateral area, so the area of all of the sides, and then adding that to 2 of the bases, because you have one top and one bottom. So you have 2 bases, and then you have all of your sides. So the lateral area is going to be equal to the perimeter times the height. So this chunk gives you what all the definitions are. So P is perimeter of the base. So if you walked around the bottom, what is your perimeter? H is your height of the whole prism. So it'd be like the 6 over here. Lateral area is all the sides. Base area is the bottom and the top. And then your surface area is just everything all together. So if we do this one as an example here, we want to find the surface area. We have to find all the different parts first. So the perimeter we'll find over here. We want 3 plus 4 plus 5 to give us walking all the way around the base, which then is going to give you 12. So we want 12 times 6 to give us the lateral area, and then plus 2 times the base area. So here the base area is the area of this triangle. So the base area formula is going to change based on what shape your base is. So since it's a triangle, you want 1/2 base times height, so 1/2 3 times 4. So you'll get 72 plus 12 for a surface area of 84 centimeters squared. All right. So this next one, we want to figure out what's the lateral area of the prism. So lateral area, again, is just your perimeter times height, so we don't need to figure out the base area at all. So make sure you're reading the question, because some will ask you for lateral area, some will ask you for the whole surface area. So we want to figure out the perimeter. Here's one side is 6, and it's marked all congruent, so all the way around is 6. So your perimeter is going to be 6 times 6, or 36. Here's the height. So your lateral area is just 36 times 12, or 432 meters squared. All right, so next we're going to do cylinders. So the idea here, if you have a cylinder, your base is a circle, and then if you peel off the sides, you end up getting a rectangle. And this length of the rectangle is the same as going all the way around the circle, or is the same as their circumference. So your lateral area is your perimeter, which is the 2 pi r, times the height. And then the surface area here, your base area, is pi r squared, because that's the area of the circle. All right, so the formula for the surface area of a cylinder is the same as the surface area of a prism, but then if we substitute in the different parts from this last slide, so our lateral area and the area formula, we can get a simpler formula. So this is the one you should remember. The surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r squared. So here, r is your radius, h is still the height, like it's been before. So if you want to find the surface area of the cylinder on the right, you do 2 times pi, and then here our radius is 4, and the height is 6, plus 2 times pi times 4 squared. You can type that all into calculator all at once, and you'll get 251.32 inches squared. And that's it. So here's the optional homework. You should be doing the 11.2